Let's just send it over to the next segment, send it down the hall for HoloNet News.
Welcome to HoloNet News, the premier spot for news all across the Star Wars galaxy. Our first story for today: these are unprecedented times. The Writers Guild and Actors Guilds have both went on strike. The Writers Guild starting in May, and the Actors Guild just last month in July. I believe I speak for both me and Mark when we say we do stand with the writers and actors. Obviously, we want to see as much Star Wars as possible, but not if that comes at the cost of livable wages for said actors and writers. This is the first time in 60 years that both guilds have been on strike at the same time. Like I said at the beginning, unprecedented times. We hope that these can be sorted out soon. But, Mark, how about you go ahead and let us know how these strikes will affect Star Wars?
Well, Logan, since you asked, Andor Season 2 will shut down production indefinitely, and the Skeleton Crew could have some sort of effect on this as well. But the main show that will be impacted pretty heavily is The Acolyte. They just wrapped production in May, and any CGI characters will not be able to record their lines for this show. Bad Batch Season 3 could also have a delay as well, and the second season of Tales of the Jedi will most likely receive a delay. And Disney CEO Bob Iger actually came out and said the company will be spending less on Star Wars projects in the near future, which is kind of a tragedy, I'm not gonna lie. But we're going to send it over to Logan, see what he's got to say about Ahsoka and how this could affect Ahsoka as well.
So, as a reminder to everyone, Ahsoka will be premiering on August 23rd, not too far away now. It will be a double premiere with 2 episodes on August 23rd, and the schedule for the episodes moving forward: after that, the 3rd episode on August 30th, then September 6th, 13th, 20th, 27th, and then the finale on October 4th. Now, the ratings for this show could be severely impacted by the strikes because the actors actually cannot do any sort of promotion for the series, and they are obviously very committed to it coming out on August 23rd. Many teaser images have been posted online of the series, and multiple trailers now at this point. It seems that is a big portion of the promotion since the actors cannot do anything themselves. The 2-episode premiere of this series will have a runtime of 1 hour and 36 minutes combined. Very interesting to see, and hopefully it does have a good release, and hopefully these strikes can be over soon. Like I said, Mark, it is unfortunate that Star Wars definitely is getting affected pretty heavily. Like you had with the quote from Bob Iger, it is unfortunate to see that they want to move away from Star Wars projects in the future. They did go a bit overboard a couple years ago, announcing a bunch of different things that ended up falling through. Now, this will most likely also have an effect on the future movies that were announced at Star Wars Celebration. They did have some loose release dates planned, but I'm assuming that those are going to get moved as well. I know the Rey movie was pretty close to having the script done, but I can't imagine that it's going to be out anytime soon. It wasn't going to be out very soon anyway, but it's definitely going to get pushed back because of the strikes. So now on to our last story for the day. Mark, why don't you go ahead and tell us about a new book coming out at the end of this month?
Well, I'll go ahead and share this book with you since I think it'll be a pretty hot commodity when it comes out. Return of the Jedi 40-year anniversary book. It's the third within the series called From a Certain Point of View, with the first being A New Hope, second being Empire Strikes Back, and now the third being Return of the Jedi. With 40 short stories from 40 different authors. Now, to give you a little insight on some of the stories that you can expect to be reading, first one is by author Olivia Blake, who provides a chilling glimpse into the mind of Emperor Palpatine. The second short story, by Saladin Ahmed, recounts the tragic history of the Rancor trainer. Third story, Charlie Jane Enders, explores the life and times of the Sarlacc. Fourth story, Fran Wild, who reveals Mon Mothma's secret mission to save the Rebel Alliance. And the fifth story, by author Mary Kenny, chronicles Wicket's quest for one quiet day on the forest moon of Endor. Now, you can pre order this book right now, and you can expect it to release on August 29th, 2023. Now, Logan has a very special story to share about a very special character.
Now, guys, within this book, you will find a story titled The Veteran by Adam Lance Garcia. Now, this story is going to be about a character that I believe we all are very familiar with, my man Dexter Jettster. And to read a couple little excerpts from this short story, Dexter Jettster thought of the boy he had met on Lenara and all the boy would never see. He thought of the warrior the boy had become and the war that had been lost. The war Dexter Jettster had helped start. Now, obviously, this is referring to Obi-Wan and referring to how he is somewhat the cause, or how he feels he is the cause to the Clone Wars, helping Obi-Wan discover Kamino. Now, I want to let you guys in on a little bit of a secret. You can expect in the next episode of the Galactic Core, we will have a special interview with Dexter Jettster himself, so please don't miss that. It is, we'll definitely bring up the book and see his thoughts on the short story. As Mark said, you can go ahead and pre-order this book now and pick it up on August 29th, 2023 at the end of this month. Please do. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, canon stories. We can get a lot of vital information out of these books. Citizens of the Republic, thank you for tuning in to HoloNet News, the premier spot for news all across the Star Wars galaxy. Let's go ahead and send it back to the boys at the desk.